August 2025 Cosmic Shift. Arcturian Seraphim reveals Earth's timeline split. Greetings, I am Lady Nada, and I come to you with urgent tidings. Your planet stands on the precipice of an event unparalleled in Earth's recorded history. A profound reality shift, subtle enough to elude many, yet impossible for you, the awakened, to ignore. You are among the chosen, your consciousness primed to witness and partake in this cosmic divergence. The question that will shape your destiny is simple, yet profound. Which Earth will you choose to inhabit? I am Seraphim, a voice for the Arcturian Council and the Galactic Federation of Light. This emergency quantum transmission carries a message of utmost importance, for what unfolds now will not only redefine your personal journey but also influence the evolutionary path of your entire species. Let me be unequivocally clear. This is not merely another astrological occurrence. This is a directed cosmic intervention. For the past 7 years, your world has been bathed in calibration frequencies, meticulously designed to prepare human consciousness for a monumental upgrade, a turning point in your species' saga. Each solar flare, every political upheaval, each personal trial you've navigated has been a carefully orchestrated note in the symphony leading to this pivotal moment. The timeline split will commence with a dissolution of the communication barriers that have confined humanity to a state of limited awareness. These barriers will dissipate like morning mist. However, herein lies both the wonder and the challenge. Not all are equipped to process this influx of cosmic information. Those whose consciousness has been nurtured through years of spiritual exploration, shadow integration, and heart-centered expansion will experience what we term a timeline split, an immediate gateway to abilities, possibilities, and realities that seemed beyond reach just days prior. Conversely, those who resist change or whose consciousness remains anchored in fear will find themselves increasingly isolated within what will become the old Earth, a reality that grows ever more intricate and restricted. The timeline split will unfold gradually at first, then with startling abruptness. The cosmic machinery will initiate its work, and the new timeline will begin its divergence from physical reality. Ultimately, the split will become complete and irreversible. What distinguishes this split? It is not cosmic chaos, but a precisely orchestrated intervention by the Evolutionary Space Council, a collective of advanced civilizations from across the galaxy, each having navigated similar evolutionary transitions. Your Earth has been designated as a demonstration planet, a beacon illuminating how a species can transcend the limitations of consciousness while preserving free will. Every soul now embodied on Earth willingly consented to participate in this grand experiment before birth. Yes, that includes you. Your higher self recognized this moment as a critical juncture in humanity's evolution, and you specifically requested to be present to witness and participate in these cosmic graduation ceremonies. The trials you have faced in this lifetime were not punitive measures but rather training exercises, preparing your consciousness for the potent frequencies about to wash over your planet. Allow me to elucidate the unfolding events and your role in this cosmic drama. What your historians refer to as the precession of the equinoxes is, in truth, your solar system's voyage through diverse galactic energy fields. For the past 13,000 years, Earth traversed what we call the density corridor, a spatial region where consciousness naturally coalesces into matter, giving rise to the physical experience you recognize as third-dimensional reality. Since December 2012, your planet has been emerging from that corridor and entering what we call the awakening zone, a galactic region where consciousness becomes increasingly fluid and creative. This explains the chaotic and accelerated sensations of the past 12 years. Your reality has undergone a fundamental shift in its operating principles. This moment signifies Earth's complete immersion into the awakening zone. The reality template predicated on old density can no longer sustain itself. The timeline split occurs because consciousness that has outgrown old constraints necessitates new reality structures to thrive, while consciousness tethered to density models requires the old structure to persist. Consider this analogy. Envision a fish and a bird attempting to coexist in the same environment. Fish require water and depth. Birds require air and space to soar. These are both viable life forms, yet they demand entirely distinct conditions to flourish. The timeline split engenders such disparate conditions. The old Earth continues to operate on the foundation of dense consciousness, linear time, scarcity economics, hierarchical power structures, and divisive thinking. The new Earth operates on awakened consciousness, quantum time, flows of abundance, enlightened leadership, and wisdom rooted in unity. Neither timeline is inherently superior or inferior. They simply cater to different stages of consciousness evolution. However, the timeline split will soon render transitioning between realities exponentially more challenging. Your choice now will determine your reality for the decade to come. The Lion's Gate portal, which opens annually, carries what we call timeline split codes this time. When Earth, the Sun, and the star Sirius align, a transmission occurs that literally rewrites the quantum field around your planet. For several days, you may experience what we call reality pangs, moments when you sense your timeline shifting. Dreams may become prophetic, synchronicities multiply, and people from your future timeline may begin appearing in your life. Meanwhile, relationships tied to the old timeline will naturally fade. During the peak alignment, every person on Earth will receive what we call a direct download, transmitted to your higher consciousness, revealing which timeline serves your soul's evolution. This is not conveyed through your thinking mind, but felt through your heart space as an absolute knowing about your life's direction. This download will feel different for each individual, but common experiences include sudden clarity about relationships, an urgent need for change, an uncontrollable desire to relocate or switch careers, spontaneous healing of illnesses or old emotional wounds, prophetic dreams about possible futures, and an inexplicable confidence that everything is about to change. Some will receive clear visions of their roles in the new Earth. Others will simply feel their current life no longer aligns with their inner truth. In the hours following this transmission, you may experience what we call a confusion cascade, a period when your logical mind tries to rationalize or resist. Okay, I understand. I will rewrite the provided passage, maintaining all original information and meaning while adhering to your specific instructions regarding character names, consistency with the preceding paragraph, and overall tone. Here's the rewritten passage. The download commences. Immediately, a litany of excuses might surface. I'm too old. I lack the necessary funds. What will others think? Perhaps it's merely a fanciful illusion? This marks the point of intensification. Your ego, entrenched in its familiar patterns, will likely mount a fierce resistance, particularly if the download necessitates severing ties with familiar faces, cherished locations, or deeply ingrained roles. The Lion's Gate activations will rigorously test your faith in cosmic intelligence, pitting it against your deep-seated attachment to the known and comfortable. Those who wholeheartedly embrace the download, aligning their actions with its divine guidance, will witness a series of seemingly miraculous synchronicities, serendipitous career advancements, harmonious relationship resolutions, unexpected financial windfalls, and movements that perfectly support their burgeoning new timeline. Conversely, those who resist will encounter mounting friction with reality, frustrating technical glitches, bewildering misunderstandings, persistent financial hardships, and relationship conflicts that appear to materialize from thin air. But the Lion's Gate is merely the overture. The timeline-splitting machinery roars to life for 3 days following when Mercury's direct motion. When Mercury's recent retrograde was an anomaly, creating what the Arcturian Council calls a communication quarantine, a period of enforced isolation designed to fortify the cosmic infrastructure. During this quarantine, many of you experienced a profound sense of spiritual isolation, creative stagnation, or an inability to articulate your deepest, most authentic truths. Technology faltered, conversations were postponed indefinitely, and you may have grappled with unusual mental fogginess or pervasive confusion. This was not celestial retribution, but rather cosmic shift's protective embrace, ensuring you wouldn't make irreversible life-altering decisions before the new timeline was fully prepared to receive you. As when Mercury turns direct, the quarantine dissolves, and the so-called temporal communication channels swing open, allowing consciousness to flow unhindered between disparate probabilistic realities. Suddenly, the path forward, obscured during the retrograde period, will illuminate itself with breathtaking clarity. The initial 6 hours following when Mercury turning direct are paramount for your timeline. This is when what Lady Nada calls a quantum pulse construction commences, a cosmic process where the universe tests the depth of your commitment to the new reality you are actively preparing for. Every decision you make and accept during this period, regardless of how trivial it may seem, will reverberate with exponentially greater impact than ordinary choices. If you've been procrastinating on a crucial conversation, an irresistible urge to speak your truth will seize you. If you've delayed a creative project, a sudden torrent of inspiration will demand immediate, unwavering action. If you've been trapped in a draining situation, your energy and circumstances will conspire to facilitate your escape. The key lies in recognizing these impulses as cosmic directives, not mere random occurrences. When Mercury's direct motion doesn't simply restore normal communication, it unlocks telepathic channels connecting you with your future self. For those consciously choosing the new reveals Earth timeline, this period signals the commencement of receiving direct guidance from your awakened counterpart, already thriving in this vibrant new reality. This guidance manifests as sudden, profound insights, recurring thoughts imbued with unusual clarity, or revelatory downloads experienced during meditation or quiet contemplation. The 24 hours following when Mercury's direct motion are critical. The actions you undertake, the conversations you engage in, and the decisions you make during this time will dictate the speed at which you transition to your new timeline. Hesitation or doubt can impede the process, while courage and heart-centered action will dramatically accelerate it. The universe doesn't leave this pivotal transition to chance. Less than 24 hours after when Mercury turns direct, you will be presented with the year's most potent manifestation portal, the conjunction of Venus and Jupiter, revered as one of the most auspicious astrological events for humanity. This conjunction carries what the Space Council calls timeline abundance codes, cosmic frequencies that profoundly reshape your relationship with prosperity, love, and creative expression. Venus embodies your heart's deepest desires and your capacity to attract that which you cherish. Jupiter symbolizes expansion, elevated wisdom, and unwavering divine protection. When these two celestial bodies align in the fiery sign of the Lion, they generate what ancient astrologers hailed as great fortune, a window of unparalleled blessing capable of altering your life's trajectory in a single, transformative day. Within the context of the timeline split, this conjunction performs something extraordinary. It grants you direct access to experience amplified levels of abundance within the timeline you consciously choose. For those gravitating toward the new reveals Earth, this moment will usher in tangible omens of the prosperity, fulfilling relationships, and boundless creative opportunities awaiting them in the new reality. These may manifest as unexpected financial inflows, dream job offers, the realization of long-held aspirations, an immediate sense of profound kinship with newly encountered individuals, or a creative project suddenly gaining unprecedented momentum and support. These are not mere coincidences but rather previews of the reality to come, offering a glimpse into how life will feel when fully aligned with your new timeline's elevated frequency. Your conscious participation is paramount here. Your energetic system's response to these manifestations will either amplify the quantum momentum propelling you toward this new timeline or weaken its trajectory. Gratitude, heartfelt acknowledgement, unbridled joy, and active co-creation with that which unfolds will signal to the universe, yes, this is mine. Doubt, dismissal, fear, or procrastination will transmit mixed signals, hindering the shift. This day is your opportunity to anchor your new timeline through the power of feeling. Higher dimensions refer to it as the empirical portal initiation, the moment when you not only envision a new life but genuinely feel it within every fiber of your being. Before you can fully stabilize this new reality, you must be prepared to defend it. The final stage of these intricate cosmic sequences activates as Uranus, the planet of sudden awakenings, unexpected liberation, and quantum leaps, commences its retrograde motion, triggering a cascade of collapses in collective and individual structures that are fundamentally incompatible with the new frequency. During this time, everything that cannot coexist within the new timeline will begin to crumble. This may manifest as abrupt endings, the dissolution of outdated belief systems, the revelation of long-concealed truths, or the breakdown of relationship dynamics that no longer serve your higher path. This is when Earth will literally disintegrate before your very eyes. not as a form of punishment but rather to ensure you no longer seek solace or security in that which ultimately limits your ascension. You may observe people gradually fading from your life, plans being abruptly canceled, resources you once deemed reliable dwindling, or even your physical body reacting in unexpected ways. All of this is integral to adapting to the new energetic parameters. During this period, your primary task is to ground yourself, immerse yourself in nature, engage in regular exercise, nurture your body, meditate on alignment, and participate in creative activities that resonate with your soul. These will serve as your anchors. Anything that cultivates a sense of presence, stability, and heart-centeredness will provide unwavering support for your consciousness in the new timeline until it fully stabilizes. After this, a new phase begins, the fusion process where, okay, I understand. Here's the rewritten passage, adhering to all the specific instructions and maintaining continuity with the provided preceding paragraph. During this period, your primary task is to ground yourself, immerse yourself in nature, engage in regular exercise, nurture your body, meditate on alignment, and participate in creative activities that resonate with your soul. These will serve as your anchors. Anything that cultivates a sense of presence, stability, and heart-centeredness will provide unwavering support for your consciousness in the new timeline until it fully stabilizes. After this, a new phase begins, the fusion process, where the two versions of you, the one vibrating in the old frequency and the one awakening in the new, commence their dance of integration, merging into a singular, unified essence. You might perceive time's passage in a way that feels utterly transformed, as if the very fabric of reality is shifting. Synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences, may blossom into events that appear almost divinely orchestrated, imbued with a touch of magic. Dormant spiritual gifts might stir within you, blossoming into newfound abilities, or perhaps you will be graced by an overwhelming sense of inner peace and an unshakable self-assurance, emotions that have eluded you until now. This, dear one, is the unmistakable sign that you have traversed the great divide, that you have indeed stepped onto which earth. While the external world may still lag behind, not yet fully mirroring this profound energetic shift, your energetic signature has undergone a radical transformation, and the universe, in its infinite wisdom, will begin to orchestrate events to align with this new vibration. And should a flicker of doubt still linger, should you question the veracity of this grand transition, ask yourself this: what do I truly lose by embracing the possibility of the greatest cosmic shift in the annals of human history? Perhaps it is your unyielding faith, your unwavering determination, and the boundless love within your heart that serve as the final pivotal keys for which Earth, keys she has been patiently awaiting to fully manifest in all her glory. Remember, the lion, you are not here by mere chance. Your soul, in its infinite wisdom, deliberately chose this moment, this pivotal juncture in time. Welcome, beloved one, to the very epicenter of a reality-rewriting cosmos. Blessings abound. We of the Space Council send each of you a warm, tight embrace from Lady Nada.